I'm 24. I'm an apprentice for an electrician. I just got that job like a couple months ago. It's actually, thank you. It's great. Way better than my last job, that's for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah. I was diagnosed with cancer when I was 19, I believe. Yeah, if not maybe 18, around that age. And it was testicular cancer, which was pretty rough to hear. You know, like no one wants to be 19, let alone at all want to hear, you know, that you're sick. And it just really took a lot out of me, you know, just like kind of accepting it, and then even starting treatment took me a while. Like I didn't want to do it. You know, I saw a lot more harmful things being done, like, you know, than good things, but then I wasn't really like paying attention to like the bigger picture, which was me getting better. So then I started, and man, you know, you just get sick and all these bad things happen.
Like chemotherapy?
Yeah, chemotherapy, you know, it's terrible. It makes you hurt, and really like just unbearable pain, you know. So I did that for a while. I did my first like treatment for about 3 or 4 months, and then they were like, okay, take a break, go home, you know, like we'll see you back in maybe a couple weeks, you know, see how you're doing, how your levels are. And went back, and they're like, yeah, you're worse than before, you know, so we gotta do another round, a little bit more aggressive. And then that was when I was like staying in the hospital for a week at a time. Yeah, that wasn't fun, you know. No one wants to be in a hospital for a week, you know, or just go in general. But I had not to
mention that, just to go through that pain.
Right.
And, you know, you're like,
yeah.
Now we're gonna have to turn it up even more.
Right. Like, you know, you know, my immune system was so trashed, you know, because of all the stuff that they're putting into me. And it was really hard to not get sick. So when the times I wasn't in the hospital, I was getting sick. And then there was like, okay, well, you got to go back, because now your white cell's really, really bad, and we have to get you, you know, all kinds of stuff to help you get better. And it just, like I said, it took a lot out of me, man. It brought me down to like my lows. I mean, it really had me down, really down. Even with my family and my friends, everybody who came to visit me, you know, and they were always with me, man. And I'm thankful for that, because, you know, a big part of me being here now, I feel like, is because of my support, you know, my family, all the love people were giving me, you know, to be like, hey, man, just keep pushing, you know, keep pushing. Yeah. And, man, it just got me to this point where one day in the hospital, I woke up, and you know, it'd been 3 days since the last time I ate food, anything. And they were like, you know, this really small nurse comes in, and she's like, oh, you know, oh, Tomas, like, you're not eating. And, you know, she's kind of giving me like a lecture on why I should. And she shared her story with me about stepping on a snake, like in her home country or something, but like it didn't bite her. I don't know. It was just like a motivational speech, I feel like, to kind of get me to eat. And man, I really didn't want to, you know. And I was at that point then where I was like, you know, tomorrow, if I don't wake up, I'm actually kind of okay with that, you know, because I'd be feeling a lot better if I don't, you know, like I won't hurt. I don't have to be hooked up to these tubes no more, you know, like I won't be throwing up every day, all day, you know. It's just, it'd make me feel a lot better, you know. And it was that when I got to that point when I was like, man, you know, I really need help. And I remember praying, and I won't say like I'm a super religious person, you know, but for the first time ever, I was really like asking for help, you know. And I remember asking for my grandmother, and she passed away like a while back. And, you know, I just remember saying, you know, like, oh man, like, abuelita, I need your help, you know, like I'm feeling bad, like I can't eat, nothing wants to stay down, you know, like I feel crappy all the time, you know, I just need your help. And man, she came to me, and it was like I was staring out the window at the sky, and in the glass I could just see like what looked like vibration in the glass, you know. And I'm like, oh shit, am I seeing things, you know, like, man, you know. But I had that sense of like being lifted, you know. And I picked up this box of Cheerios, and you know, the nurse, when she came in, she brought it for me. So that's what she was trying to get me to eat. And I picked up that box of Cheerios, and I opened it up and I ate the whole thing, but one by one, real slow. And just like that, I knew, like, don't give up yet. That was that sign that I needed, just push. And they let me go, like, man, let's see, this Halloween's gonna be my 3rd year being in remission. So, they let me go at that point in time. That was, like I said, 3 years ago. And they're like, we've done as much as we can, like, it doesn't look like your tumor's growing anymore. Like, it's still there. Unfortunately, we can't remove it. Like, it grew attached to a main artery. So they're like, we gotta leave it, but we'll, every 6 months, you gotta get a scan and blood work, and just keep monitoring and make sure that it's not coming back. And it hasn't, thank God, hasn't come back. I'm feeling good, For a while though, after, I was still doing bad. I wasn't doing any more chemotherapy or anything like that, but, I had this reoccurring pain that was just non-stop, man, non-stop. Always, every day, wake up in pain, don't let me sleep through the night. Some days it was so bad, I'd miss work, like, didn't want to get up, just total, just terrible feeling. You don't want to do anything, you're unmotivated. And they gave me pain medication for it, because I was hurting, and I'm like, dude, I need something, like, I can't just be sitting in pain, like, I need something to help me out. And so they gave me, my pain medication, and, I didn't have to take it every day, but, when I would take it, it'd be for like a couple days at a time, so, 4 days, and I was taking it 3 or 4 times a day. That's a lot of medication, and I felt like it was definitely doing a lot more harmful things to me than it was, like, helping me out, yeah, it was like, easing my pain, but, when it would come back, it'd feel like it was coming back harder. It was just like I suppressed it for a little bit, but now it's like really biting me in the ass, like, because now it's taking a lot out of me. And man, I'd tried just about anything, I would smoke pot, and it would help, but it wouldn't help for that long, and then, man, I would try to meditate, just do things that would really kind of ease my mind, because I feel like I was focusing too much on it, and it was really hard, really, really hard. And, and I would take those pills all the time, and I'd run out, and you have to get them refilled, and it's just, everybody knew who I was, because I was that one guy who was coming back for pills, like, oh, what's going on, And I would start working with my coworker Roseanne. She's kind of like how I kind of came to know about trusii. And she would always see me in pain at work, and she'd be like, Tommy, you look bad, I can see it, you don't feel well, you got to do something about it. And so she's like, hey, let me introduce you to someone, let me introduce you. I think it's something that'll benefit you. I think it's something that'll, help you feel better, which is like my main concern, like, I feel like you definitely need to feel better. And just like that, got in contact with Will, and he was, he asked me a few questions, how it was, my health, this, just kind of getting to know me, kind of how we're doing now. Yeah. And, I told him everything, and, he was like, man, let's get you started. I really want to help you out. If I could help you, that's the goal. And so it took us a little while to like get everything rolling, but it came through, and got my system. And first things first, I know I have not refilled that medicine since I started. That was like, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago. So right before I got the system, I was down to like 2 pills. And, at that point, any other time I'd be like, let me go refill it. I don't ever want to get down low, because you never know when I'm going to need them. And man, that time around, I was like, forget about it. Like, I just got the answer to my problem, like, this pain is about to go away for good. I'm not going to have to worry about having to take pills. And I got that system, and, I haven't refilled that prescription since I got it. Like I said, that was over, 3 months ago. And I get in trouble, they're like, you should at least have medicine just to be safe, But I'm like, dude, I don't need it. I don't need it. I feel great. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, let's do this, The day's new, you know what I mean? The day is new. It's a beautiful day. It's time to get going, Don't let anything hold you back. Just give it all, Give it all. You'll come back feeling great, And that's really like what it's all about,
Yeah.
You got to be feeling good in order to be like putting out those good vibes,
Yeah.
And that's a huge help, a huge help.
Yeah. So that, like, for the last 4 months, how's your pain today?
Absolutely none. I haven't had pain like easily like through this entire time. Like I said, I haven't had to refill it. I haven't had pain. It's just sitting there, sitting there, nothing.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, I sleep through the night. I'd have episodes where I'd be asleep and wake up in just pain. I mean, not sleep at all. I could go to sleep for 4 hours and wake up and I'm like hugging my stomach. But I haven't had it at all. I wake up feeling good, like I said. It's the first time I think I can say I've woken up in the morning and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go to work. I'm like, oh, I'm ready to, see what the day is gonna bring. For a while it was just like, man, here we go again. It was like that for a while. It was just complete turnaround.
How's it helped with your energy, bro?
Oh man, you're seeing it right now.
Yeah.
All smiles.
Yeah, I can feel it.
All smiles.
I can feel it, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You play an instrument as well?
I play bass and a little bit of guitar. I play in a 10-piece instrumental band. Yeah, it's called Sin Palabras. That means without words. And it's funny. I would try to learn scales on my bass, and for a while, it was a little bit difficult to kind of really focus on what I was playing, like my hands were just all over the place, I was hitting wrong notes, but I definitely feel like a lot more focused. Like I started practicing some scales recently and, I was picking it up really quick, like really quick. And, my buddies would come over for practice and they're like, oh, hey, what have you been doing all day? And I'm like, dude, check this out. I learned this scale, play it, and they're like, dude, how long did you practice that? And I'm like, oh, dude, I just played it for like 10 minutes, just over and over and over and over, just keep until I get it good, So I feel like I've focused a lot better on that, just in terms of actually being able to figure out what I'm playing and not have to worry where my hands are, what finger's on what string, or that's really nice, and that worked too, So I changed my job. I was working at Bristol Farms and I was in the bakery, so I was just like a courtesy clerk. So I wasn't really doing too much, helping people, of course, and keeping that smile, talking to people, make sure that they're all right and happy. But when I changed my job, it was more hands-on, a lot more hands-on. We're wiring up boxes, we're pulling wire, we're laying down conduits, we're actually doing work. And man, I'm just like, oh, let's do this, all right, cool, you tell me what to do, we're doing it, and man, I feel like like I said, I feel like I'm focusing a lot better on what I'm doing, the tasks are coming a little bit quicker, I'm getting them done a little easier, so that's always good. I mean, that's great,
Tell you had a cut or a wound or something?
Oh yeah, man, I cut myself at work right here. I don't know if you can see it.
All right,
it's just this little tiny cut, cut. And usually, when I get cut before, it'd scab in 3 days, and then another 3 days go by, and it starts flaking off, and then the next week I'm good, it's completely gone. Well, I got this cut. The next day it was scabbed, and then the following day it was off, and it was just half the time of healing that it just would normally take. I was like, man, that's kind of unusual, but I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain if my cuts are healing a lot faster. Yeah. I'm good with that.
And your soreness as well too.
Oh yeah, man.
What kind of soreness are we talking about?
Oh man, It's all in my stomach, man. Really, like, that was like that pain, you know, like, just, it would be bad, you know. Oh, and then like lifting heavy stuff, you know, like on a regular basis, I'd be like, oh shit, you know, like, my arms hurt, like, you know, and they would last for like 4 days. You know, I'm like, man, I'm still sore here. Why? You know, like, it's been forever ago since I lifted anything. And now it's like, I started working out because I'm like a stick, you know. I mean, look at me, I'm a little dude, you know. I'm a little tiny, skinny dude. Like, I want to, you know, put on some weight, especially because like now my job, I have to really like, you know, I carry pipe, you know, just a little bit more labor intensive. So I'm like, man, I need to gain some weight, you know, it's too small. And so I started lifting, and, you know, I'll be sore when I'm done, but like the next day, it's like, I'm ready to go again, you know, like I'm ready to push myself and again, see how sore I can get. But, yeah, man.
What about your eczema?
Oh man, it was pretty bad. Like that chemotherapy really jacks you up, you know, messes with like a lot of things, your taste buds, you know, your skin, your appetite, you know, it messes up a lot of stuff. Well, like for me, you know, my mom has eczema, so like, you know, she's got it really bad. My sisters also have it. So I want to say it's like a thing that just got passed down, you know. I'm like, oh, hey. But after chemo, like, it was really bad. I mean, like, right on my sideburns, like, on my forehead. I mean, it was so bad, like, you could, like, peel skin off, you know. Just like a snake, you know, just shedding. And, man, it's gone. Like, completely gone. Like, it doesn't itch when I get out of the shower, you know, or if I go to the beach and I'm like, you know, hanging out down over there, swimming or whatever, and, you know, it usually dries out your skin, you know, the salt. Nothing, man, nothing. I'm feeling good. Yeah, it's all cleared up. Yeah.
And what is it, like your family drinking this too?
Oh man, heck yeah.
Yeah, how's it like benefiting them?
Oh man, I think it's like easier to get up in the morning, like for the little ones, you know, go to school. It's like, they have their own alarm clock, you know, built inside of them, and it's just like, it's boosted that up, you know. Some days I'm like, dude, why are you waking up so early? Go to sleep, you know, like, I'm still tired. Like, yeah, but no, yeah, I mean, it's great. My little brother, he cracked me up, man. His name is RJ, he's 4, and he loves drinking water out of that. He's like, I want the cold water, you know, he doesn't want any bottled water, none of that. He's like, I want the cold water. He goes to his dad's house like every other weekend or something like that, and got a glass of water over there, just out of his like his fridge or something. You know, they have the little filters on there. And he poured himself a glass of water, took a drink, and was like, Dad, why does your water taste so funny? You know, like, I don't like your water. I like the water at home, you know. It just cracks me up, and I'm like, dude, I didn't really think there'd be like that big a difference. But he's like, no, there's a difference. Like, I don't like that water. I like this water, you know. It's funny. You know, little kids, they're just so innocent, you know, they're honest. Yeah. You know, like, why don't you like it? I don't know, it just tastes funny. Yeah. Like, all right, cool, keep drinking this one. I like that, you know.
So Tommy, there's a lot of people watching right now who are very interested in drinking Trusii's H2 for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they might be skeptical, they might be unsure, they might be all gung-ho for it. You know,
right.
Everyone's in a different situation.
Right.
What would you tell somebody who's like on the fence right now to get a Trusii H2 for themselves?
Man, you know what? I would say just, I mean, if you're tired of being tired and hurting, you know, I mean, it's only going to benefit you, honestly. It's just going to benefit you. I mean, I feel great. You know, I was feeling really bad. You know, like I said, it was to the point where I didn't want to do anything, you know, and I was cool with like, you know, like feeling better, you know, because you just get to that point, you don't want to be feeling crappy. So I would say, you know, it helped me a lot, you know. I feel great. I'm grateful that I don't have to take my pain medication anymore. You know, that's like my, you know, my number one, like, I'm glad I'm not, you know, wasting time on stuff like that. You know, I feel great. I don't need to take that stuff to feel, you know, not in pain, which, you know, I haven't been since I started. So I mean, if it's gonna help you, why not? You know, take those risks. And I mean, that's all there is to it. You know, like, I mean, you could not believe what I'm saying, you know, or whatever, but I mean, I know that it helped me, and you know, and like, I'm living proof. living proof. I feel great, you know. That's why I'm here. I wanted to spread the word, you know, why I feel so good, you know, and I know a lot of people that are out there that are sick that really could use this help, you know, because there are people out there that, you know, they just either they don't know or, you know, they're afraid to try things, you know, and we all help overcome that, you know, and just feel better, you know, just feel better.